whenever we're sketching sine, cosine, tan graphs is to ensure that we label it correctly. All right, so this is, I haven't specified a domain. The domain is your limitations on your x values, so I haven't really specified that, but I'm going to draw 3 different graphs, one for each one. This is going to be the sine graph, the cosine graph, and then the tangent graph over here at the bottom. Okay, we just want to get sketches, all right, which means it won't be specifically super accurate. Here we have some kind of period change. So sketching this, I would take 360 and divide it by a third, which is the same as 360 times 3, which is going to be 90 plus 180, 900 plus 180, which is 1080. Yeah, it's 900 plus 180. It's going to be 1080. That's going to be the new period. So I'm just going to sketch it. So remember, I don't have to use an entire page because that number is bigger. I just have to label it differently. So I can keep the graph small as long as I label it differently. So this is going to be 540. And obviously halfway would be 270 there. And halfway would be 270 plus this. What's 270 plus this? This is going to be 1178. 110. So this would be halfway at 810 degrees. Now from here, I'm going to go as high as 1 because that's the amplitude, the height of the graph, and -1. Okay, if I keep a dotted line, it helps me to see more or less how high or low I need to go. The sine graph, remember, always starts at the central point, and it's going to turn over there, cut through that point over there, and continue, turn at 810. It's going to turn at 810, 810, and it's going to get back there. Okay? So that's going to be the total there. All right, done. The next graph is cos x equals 1. The original cos graph plus 1, which means that my x-axis is no longer 0, but it's now, let's say, 1. That's going to be the new axis that I'm working with. The graph will go as high as 2, and it will start at 2. It will turn and cut. The amplitude is 1, and the period is 360 degrees. So this will end at 360 degrees. 180 degrees would be halfway. 90 degrees would be there, and 270 degrees would be here. So this graph would actually go through there, turn there, go back up there, and then stop there. So like that. Okay? I've just done one cycle for this graph, and I'm done. You can see the original graph has simply been shifted up by 1. That's what this is, right? Vertical shift up by 1. The next one is we take 180 degrees, we divide it by half, which is the same as 360 degrees. That's what this half implies. Now, that means that if I have 90 degrees, like that, and I have 90 degrees like that, this graph here is going to go up like that, and this one's going to go down this way. That. That's a normal tan graph. What's different? The 90 has become 180. So let's just extend it a little bigger, make it 180, negative 180 degrees over here. And that there is going to be my starting point through there and then all the way up there. Like that. That's my y-axis, and this is my x-axis. And I've now sketched my tan graph over here. If I put 90 degrees in here, it'll half, it'll become 45, and then 45 will get me 1. So there will be a point 90 degrees and 1, which I can state as well for that.